boys and girls of grade 2. Oh, today I would like to welcome you back to Science with Miss Teapot. Remember, science time is a happy time for all little boys and girls. It is also a happy time for me. Today we are looking at the weather. Miss Teapot, the weather? Yes, boys and girls, we are looking at the weather. And under the weather, we are looking at the weather types. Miss Teapot, the weather types? Yes, boys and girls, I'm going to tell you 4 little stories. And I would love for you to tell me under which of the weather type did the story accord. So let's get started. Miss Patsy, with her pretty yellow dress, her orange hat, and her red bag, and her picnic basket, Miss Patsy walked slowly to the bus park. There the little boys and girls were sitting. Hello, Miss Patsy! They all knew her. Where are you heading to? Oh, Miss Patsy turned and looked at them, and she said, Oh, today is just the perfect day for me to take a walk in the gardens. I'm going there to have my lunch. Boys and girls, can you guess the weather type? Miss Patsy was going to have her lunch in the garden. Remember, there is no shed where she was going. It was open. Can you guess what weather? Yes, it is a sunny day. So the first weather type we're looking at today, it's sunny. When it's sunny, the sun is out. And we don't really have to worry about wearing our long boots and so forth. You can quickly go by, but you would need your umbrella to protect your skin from being burnt by the sun. Because lately the sun, it has been really hot. Now, oh, little Azariah, he cried and he cried. Mommy, I don't want to go to school today. Gail looked at Azariah and she said, You are going to school. Go get your long boots, your raincoat, and your umbrella. You are going to school. The taxi is going to be here in a few. Mommy, I don't like to go to school on those days. The classroom is always wet because all little boys and girls would come in wet. And then sometime I'm sitting and they would come in with their umbrella to close, Mommy. And my books, they're going to get wet. Mommy, just allow me to stay home, please. Gail looked at Azariah again for the second time and she said, You are going to school. The weather is always going to change, but you need to go to school. And he wiped the smurf off of his face. He built his mind and he went to school. Boys and girls, in Azariah's little scenario, what did Gail, his mommy, said to him? He needs his umbrella, his raincoat, his long boots. Right. What kind of weather was being experienced on that day? You are correct. That was a rainy day. On rainy days, it would rain. On rainy days, it will rain most obviously, boys and girls. So, are you like Azariah? On rainy days, you want to stay in bed and not go to school? Boys and girls, just like what Azariah's mommy said, the weather would change. So if it should rain for 1,000 years, you're going to get old and you're never going to go to school. So first we look at sunny with Miss Patsy and then we look at rainy with Azariah. The little girl, all afraid, looked up to the sky. She sad. Oh, the clouds are so dark. And they look so much. Look, it seems as though it's going to rain. What is going on? And she was there alone, walking through the alleyway. Guess what? Her mommy and her daddy, they were at work. So when she got to her place of living, there was no one home. And she went outside and she said, are we going to get a storm? And what is going on? Look at the clouds. They're getting darker. And her neighbor was sitting on her veranda right next door. And she looked over and she said, oh, Angelica, don't be afraid. Today it's a cloudy day. What day was it? Yes, that one was a free one for you. I never asked you to guess that one. I told you on that day when the little girl was afraid because the sky and the clouds were looking really dark. It was a cloudy day. Oh, Miss Teapot was going to the shop. And on her way to the shop, her little blue dress blew right up. Her little teapot blew right off. Her bag was swinging round and round. She held tightly, yes. I held my plastic bag really, really tight. I said to the wind, you are not going to send my plastic bag anyway. In the trench, all the garbage and the moss, they were moving really, really fast. All the dust on the road, it was blowing up and up. It was so dusty. Oh, Miss Teapot stood at the corner and she said a little prayer because she didn't want to get sick with all the dust blowing into her nostril. That day, Miss Teapot was swaying and swaying because the breeze, it was pretty heavy. Boys and girls, can you guess what day that was? That was a windy day. So let's go right over. Miss Patsy, she was going to the park to have her lunch. On a sunny day, Azariah was crying. He did not want to go to school. It was a rainy day. Then the little girl that was going to her place of living all alone, it was on a cloudy day when she thought there was going to be a storm. And then finally, Miss Teapot was on the road heading to the shop on a windy day. So let's look at the 4 types of weather. There is sunny, rainy, cloudy, and windy. The windy weather is good for drying your clothing. Boys and girls, that's the only little tip I'm going to give you, because in our next lesson, we are going to look at the function or the benefits of each of these weather types. It was so much fun having you here. Goodbye, boys and girls of grade 2, and remember, today, look outside and write it down in your books, along with a picture to show what weather type we are experiencing. Goodbye. See you again, same time, same place with Miss Teapot.